Hey guys, I am using my last energy reserves. I stayed up all night finishing my full stash video. That is why I am currently just barely hanging on by a thread. But welcome back to my channel. I hope that everyone is doing great. If this is your first time here, then welcome. So I am taking advantage of the fact that I'm still somehow awake and doing a video that I also really wanted to do before Black Friday this year. So let me tell you the uphill battle that we are going to be working with today. I have told you guys on social media as well as here on YouTube, my best friend John had surprise surgery and I have been taking care of him in addition to filming pretty much half the full stash video and editing it in a week. So my hair has been through it. If you see that bun in that full stash video, that bun is hanging on for dear life. That bun was the MVP because I had to put off wash day until today. What I had been using to re-moisturize the bun is this Main Choice Ancient Egyptian conditioner that I don't even like, but I'm trying to use up. And as you can see, we've got some lovely product residue because this is not a moisturizer. It is not a leave-in conditioner. It is a rinse out that apparently my hair is not a fan of on dry hair either. So in addition to being full of product buildup, my hair is incredibly tangled. I don't even know what day hair this is. So that is the stage that we're setting for the uphill battle that these 5 products have today. Yes, 5 products. One of the brands that I get asked about every year on Black Friday when I post their sale, or pretty much when I post their sale throughout the year, is Curl Origin. People ask me what products I recommend from them, and up until last year, Curl Origin was a brand that I didn't really have much in my stash, so I didn't really have a frame of reference of what I could recommend. They have a very robust product selection that can be overwhelming, so I thought rather than reviewing one deep conditioner today, we're gonna be reviewing 5. They have so many to choose from that I thought the best way to get a good comparison of how they compare to each other was to apply them all to my head. We are gonna be using the Pink Superfoods Hydromelt Mask with black currant, fig, and goji berry. It says that it hydrates, softens, and conditions, and it specifically says it's for fine to medium curly hair, which I don't have, but this has wonderful ingredients, so I am still very curious to see how it performs on my hair. This one I am very excited about. This line, I talked about it a lot in my full stash video. This is supposed to be probably one of the most hydrating lines, not only at Curl Origin, but on the market right now. This is their Honey and Hibiscus. More moisture, please. Yes, for sure. Please give me all the moisture. Need it desperately. More moisture, please. Deep conditioner for mega moisture with hibiscus extract, jojoba oil, and honey. And it says right on the label here, 90% more moisture. We need as much as we can get, so bring it on. Now this one I really didn't plan to include in this video. I was trying to decide between these 5 deep conditioners which 4 to use on 4 different quadrants of my hair, but I thought let's just go all in. So I'm going to section this front section to make a little 5er right here and use one of their most popular products, the Double Moisture Overnight Mask for dry and damaged hair. It's got coconut oil, avocado butter, and kukui nut oil. So in addition to being able to use this as an overnight mask, it also says you can use it as a traditional deep conditioner. You can leave it on for 1 hour or up to overnight. So we're going to be using this as a traditional deep conditioner just to kind of get a baseline for what it can do, what the moisture's looking like, miracles it can perform. Next up, we've got a strengthening deep conditioner, the Maracuja Deep Recovery Conditioner with maracuja and amla extract. Big fan of amla over here. It says it's for normal, dry, damaged, curly hair. So I'm going to be using this. This is a good one that seems like, based on the ingredients, it's an awesome mixture of moisture as well as protein, so really nice and balanced. My hair is overdue for a protein treatment, so whatever section that I use it on, I think we will be able to get a good read on what this one's all about also. And our last mask that we are going to be reviewing today, the Marula and Quinoa Moisture Mania Hair Mask. It said it has rich moisture with marula, beet sugar, and quinoa milk, and it also says it gives 90% moisture. A little competition between the honey and hibiscus for sure with that 90% right there. I am going to somehow find the will to detangle this. I'm going to use a black soap shampoo to cleanse because my hair is in need of a deep cleanse, and I want to have my hair have a nice fresh foundation for these deep conditioners. I don't know what the placement is going to be yet, but we'll figure it out. So I'm going to take care of that. This is one of those days where I could have kept detangling for the next like 4 hours and it still would have been tangled. So it was getting to the point where I was getting frustrated. I might have did some damage. So I was like, step back, Ash, it's gonna be okay. So hopefully these deep conditioners will really make a difference and I'll be able to detangle a little bit with them in the shower when it's time to rinse them out. So I've got my hair in these 5 different sections here. I've kind of planned out which deep conditioners are going to go in which section. First up on this section, I'm going to use the Marula and Quinoa Moisture Mania hair mask. This is the one that also has that 90% claim. So on the other side, that means I'm going to do a little head-to-head competition of sorts with the Honey and Hibiscus, the other one that says it's got that 90% moisture thing, and I need like 190% at this point. This one says it's formulated for dry and overprocessed hair. It has generous amounts of marshmallow extract, marula oil, and avocado, and I've got water dripping straight into my eyeball. It says that it deeply penetrates the hair shaft to nourish, moisturize, and hydrate. So let's see what we've got. Look how pretty it is. One thing I'll say about She Scent It, and that's the family of brands, if you didn't know, She Scent It is also owned by the same people who are over Curl Origin, as well as Sprouted Curlies, Gorgeously Kinky, I believe. So many different brands. My hair loves that their conditioners are not too thick. It helps them to penetrate much better into my hair. Nice and slippery. Oh, it has a very, very subtle light scent sinking right into my hair. You can't even see the product already, or it just might mean that my hair is just that thirsty. So for deep conditioning today, I am not going to use my hot head heating cap because I really want to see what these things can do without any additional little boosters like that. I am just going to use my body heat, just let that naturally open up my strands a little bit since I am low porosity. Going a bit more on my roots here because they are especially tangled this go around. This is very softening on my hair. I wouldn't say that it has like that slippy slip where I can take my fingers and the minute I apply it to my hair, I start to see some real magic happening. But it is softening to the point where it is helping me to separate my strands a lot easier. And the more that I start to distribute it through like the inner portions of my hair, I'm starting to see some slip. This section, we're going to be all about the Honey Hibiscus More Moisture Please Deep Conditioner. Formulated for dry, kinky, curly, and coily hair, this rich mask is infused with a generous amount of honey to instantly hydrate thirsty strands. And we will see about that because we're more than thirsty over here. We are just parched as parched can be. It says that it deeply penetrates the hair shaft to restore lost moisture and elasticity to the hair. Curls will be left soft, shiny, and hydrated. This is what this one is looking like. It's a touch thicker than the last one. That one I was scared to even do this because it was so thin. This one again has a very, very light fragrance. Really nice. Get all up in there. It almost has like a light strawberry fragrance. The other one was kind of like a non-discernible, just nice sweet fragrance. You see these ends are so matte, but I do feel that they are softening up nicely as I'm applying this product. You can kind of see the transformation. Ooh, hello slip. Okay. This one compared to the other one, just for first impressions, feels like it's softening my hair even more, and that one gave some good softness on its own. So the fact that this is giving me even more is really cool. I am just on autopilot right now, and the only thing I want to do is sleep. I'm going to try to stay up and leave this in my hair for maybe, I don't know, like an hour, hour and a half tops, because the directions for all of these, except for the overnight mask, I think give a general direction of an hour. I'm gonna keep it in that like under 2 hour range to see what we're working with. So speaking of the overnight mask, that's the one I'm gonna use on this side. And then on this side, I'm going to be using the Pink Superfoods Hydra Melt Hair Mask. And I wanted to do a nice comparison of these two sides because they seem to be focused more so on moisture, so they're like a little bit more evenly matched than the last one that I'm going to use that has a little bit more protein in there. This is one of their, if not their best-selling product, I believe, the Double Moisture Overnight Mask. It's got avocado butter and avocado oil as the second and third ingredient, which is one of my favorite emollient oils, so I'm really happy to see that. This deep conditioning treatment mask helps to restore hair's natural vibrancy. It penetrates the hair's cortex to mend damage from root to ends. It delivers intense moisture to hair that is ultra dry, check, definitely, infused with ultra nourishing properties of coconut oil and raw honey, as well as cocoa oil to restore elasticity to hair. It leaves hair with lasting softness, shine, and hydration. Ooh, also over 90% more moisture after just the first use. So this is the texture of the Double Moisture Overnight Hair Mask. Definitely the thickest of the three that I've used so far, but again, it's very, very flexible, nice and creamy, so I anticipate this one being able to move through my strands very easily. Another very light, not overwhelming fragrance at all, and my hair looks dry on camera, but that's because my hair texture is coarse, so even if my hair is very wet, it looks dry on camera. Plus it is dry anyway, even though it is wet. So this is not gonna have to worry about having to contend with being applied to dry hair. No, you can apply this to dry hair, so very versatile. I don't know if I'll do that because I found that, for example, with the Main Choice overnight hair mask that I reviewed that I did not like on my channel earlier this year, I think, my hair just eats up product when it's dry. So for a product like this, I don't want to apply it to dry hair because I could easily just use up the whole jar, so don't want to do that. I want to get more bang for my buck, so I might just end up using it as a traditional deep conditioner on wet hair and just skip the whole dry hair thing and know that I can sleep in it. So this one is coating my strands, but not in a bad way, but it's not giving me that instant softness that I was getting with the other two necessarily. So this one might be more of a slow burn when it comes to giving you some good moisture, letting it sit and penetrate for a little bit. Also because it's thicker than the other two, that might be a factor also. But my hair feels soft, feels good. I also notice it's not absorbing into my hair as quickly as the other two either. Definitely have to work this one in my hair a little bit more than the others because of that thickness. Those just kind of like melted into my strands after applying it to my hair. This one I have to kind of really just work it in to make sure that every single strand is coated. Pink Superfruit, is that what it's called, or is it Superfoods? The Pink Superfoods Hydra Melt Hair Mask is what we're going to be applying on this side. This one says that it is formulated to hydrate dry curls. I love that the central theme here is your hair's dry, we've got you. So that makes me feel reassured. This decadent hair mask is blended with lightweight oils and emollients that give curls moisture without weighing them down. It smooths, softens, and conditions, leaving the hair looking and feeling amazing. That's what I need right now. This is the one that says it's for fine to medium curly hair. So if you're someone who doesn't like to use really heavy products, this could be a good option. This one kind of looks like the first one, that kind of light pink color a little bit. Just a touch thicker than that one. This and the Double Moisture Overnight Mask that we just applied has the lightest scent of all of them, and they all already had pretty light fragrances. So if you are sensitive to really heavily scented stuff, these so far are really good in that respect also. So I don't know how we're going to be going as far as moisture with this one, since it is more on the lightweight side compared to the others. Now we're getting a little somewhere. It's softening things up pretty nicely. I would still say that so far the first two that I applied on the back sections of my hair, I feel like they went on the best of everything right now. Like those I could detangle my ends. This one I'm feeling a little bit of extra resistance, but just being extra gentle, I am able to detangle, just not as easily as I did with those first two on those back sections. Also feel that this one isn't as softening as those, as well as moisturizing. Just like the double moisture overnight mask. It might just need a little bit of time to really get in there. This is another one that you have to really work it in there, really smooth things in to start to see. And last but not least, I'm going to be using the Maracuja Deep Recovery Conditioner Strengthen and Grow. This is the one that has a bit more protein than all the others. It says that this rich conditioner contains nourishing ingredients that penetrate deep into damaged areas of the hair for intense repair, moisture, and nourishment. Infused with Maracuja and Amla extracts to bring dull, dry, and damaged hair back to life. It leaves hair moisturized, strong, and supple. Same nice dreamy texture that I love. This one has more of a slightly lemony scent. These ends are doing some things, so I'm making sure to get those nice and coated. This one is softening pretty nicely. Still doesn't touch the first two though. Those are the ones to beat so far, but it's doing a pretty decent job, especially considering how incredibly dry my hair is. I cannot overstate to you guys how dry my hair feels right now. On a normal day my hair is dry, but today we are like just desert levels of WTF dry. In this area right here, it gets very dry. It's actually still pretty tangled, so I am going to make sure that that has a good amount of product right there so it can penetrate and soften. So I let things hang out under the shower cap for a bit. I am really excited to see how each section feels. So starting in the same order that we applied the deep conditioners, we're going to get things going with the Marula and Quinoa Moisture Mania mask. See how things are doing before I rinse out the products. Just as a initial, I've let it soak. Let's see. Ooh, this feels really good. Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold on. Y'all, my hair feels so good. If you only knew the state my hair was in before I got this whole wash day going, it was bad, you guys. Detangling was bad. The beginning stage was horrible. My hair was just so dry, but it feels really good. Also able to run my fingers through my hair a little bit easier. I'm getting some of that shed hair out. Comparing it to our honey and hibiscus section, that was this line, the other one that's all about that 90% life. This one feels really good too. It's pretty close between these two as far as how my hair feels. I might have to give the edge to this one a little teeny tiny bit. My hair feels a little bit softer, a little bit more moisturized, but this section really feels good too. If this is like an A+, this is like a straight up A. So they're very close, but feels so much better than it did. Major win so far. On to this section, Pink Superfoods Hydra Melt Mask, the one that said it's for finer hair, medium hair. So let's see how things are going over here. It feels a lot softer than it did when I first applied it, so that body heat definitely helped out these low porosity strands for sure. Doesn't compare to these first two though, but not bad overall. Feels pretty good. You can actually see that product here, it still didn't absorb that great compared to the other two. Double moisture overnight mask. This side feels softer than this side. Feels pretty soft actually, feels good. This one was the thickest out of all of them, I believe, but it has like a very nice feeling on my hair. My hair feels really nourished on this side, like it really got in there. Again, didn't absorb quite as well either, probably due to the fact that that product's a bit thicker. And last but not least, for this front section, we have the Maracuja Deep Recovery Conditioner. I think this one was the thickest actually, y'all. I'm so tired. I don't know. I'll know when I rewatch this video, but I feel like between the overnight mask and this section, they were the thickest ones. And this one has a similar kind of like nice coated feeling. Hair feels much softer for sure My ends look a lot better. It doesn't give me the feeling of a protein conditioner. I definitely feel the effects of the moisturizers in there. So in order of favorites right now, it goes Marula and Quinoa Moisture Mania Hair Mask, Honey and Hibiscus More Moisture Please Deep Conditioner over on that back section on the left here, the Double Moisture Overnight Hair Mask, Pink Superfoods Hydro Melt Hair Mask, and then I would say this front section here, maybe tied with this one actually, is the Maracuja Deep Recovery Conditioner, but we'll see how things go when I rinse all these lovelies out. All the sections are now friends again, so I am going to see what differences and nuances I might be able to tell from each section while I'm styling, because right now it's kind of hard to gauge because everything is still wet. Everything feels awesome, of course, that warm water, but this is what things are looking like, if that's helpful. Everything kind of looks the same at this point. This back section is doing it. It feels awesome. The front section, that feels okay. It feels softer, so my styler hopefully will do the rest of the heavy lifting. This section right here is my Double Moisture Overnight Mask. This section in the back is my Honey and Hibiscus Pink Superfood section, and our first section, I think the Moisture Maniac in the back here. Guess who fell asleep while doing their twists? I was literally falling asleep when I got to this side of my hair. As you can see, it does not look good. This is a first day twist out. I was so exhausted, you guys. I was doing my hair, I think I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this was the same day that I uploaded the full stash video, so I was just, it was a mess. So my hair looks really bad, but I still have some good news from these deep conditioners despite the fact that my hair is looking interesting for first day hair. So we are gonna start in the same order for our final thoughts that we applied the products, starting with this Marula and Quinoa Moisture Mania Hair Mask. Rich moisture, 90% more moisture. Give it all to me. There's a wasp around me. Why? We can't have nice things in Virginia, apparently. It is probably the last nice week of weather we're gonna have in November for this year, I'm forecasting, but the wasp won't let me live. But that's okay. I won't let them live either. Lots of moisture, instant softness, really much needed due to how incredibly tangled my hair still was even after detangling. The softness itself is what helped me to remove additional shed hair and gently detangle more. This doesn't have that like put it on your hair and instantly slip starts happening. This is something that softens and moisturizes, and that softening is what helps you to remove additional tangles and things like that. So this is great. Honey and Hibiscus More Moisture Please Deep Conditioner, mega moisture, also with the 90% up here that we have been talking about this video. It was pretty much identical between these two. I would have to use them each all over my head to really find like the nuanced details between the two, I think, but they're so close in results that either of these two that you went with would be awesome. Of course, I'll have the full ingredient list for all 5 of these deep conditioners in the description box, but as far as some of the differences, first up is the Marula and Quinoa. We've got marshmallow root extract, really high up in the ingredient list for the infusion with water. That's great. We've got beet sugar, Behentrimonium Methosulfate, which is a conditioning agent, really good for that softening effect that I noticed. Avocado oil, castor oil, marula oil. It's also got some honey and quinoa milk towards the end of the ingredient list. For the honey and hibiscus, we've got, similar to this one, the first ingredient is water infused with marshmallow extract, Behentrimonium Methosulfate. We've got honey in the first 5 of the ingredients, I think. Yes, please. Hibiscus extract right after that. Love that the stuff that's in the name is towards the front of the ingredient list. Avocado oil, almond oil, also got some of that beet sugar extract as well. Those two I am excited to use individually more than any others here to really see what they can do all over my hair. So next up on this front quadrant of hair, we use the Pink Superfoods Hydro Melt Hair Mask. This is the one that's for fine, medium, curly hair. Some of the highlights for this one are the black currant seed oil that is first in the ingredient list after water, goji fruit extract, fig fruit extract. We've got some blueberry in there, sunflower seed oil, jojoba seed oil. We've got more lightweight oils in there. There's no honey, so you're not gonna have something that's gonna draw as much moisture into your hair, since honey is a humectant versus the first two that we talked about. I can definitely see how this one would be recommended for people whose hair might get weighed down easily or who don't require intense heavy moisture. From this first initial impression, I don't know if I would purchase this one again. I'm gonna use all of these, of course, individually all over my hair, so my feelings might change, but this is all right. On this front quadrant here, I use the double moisture overnight mask, very popular. We also got coconut oil in the first 5. We got Behentrimonium methyl sulfate. We've got some manuka honey, vegetable glycerin, marshmallow root extract, carrot seed oil, and some sea kelp extract as well. My hair is very dry, very thirsty and coarse, and it loves the heavier butters. It likes the humectants. And last but not least, which I used on this front section of hair here, is the Maracuja Deep Recovery Conditioner, our little protein / moisture balance goodie right here. Some of the highlighted ingredients here are aloe vera leaf extract, second in the ingredient list. We've got calendula flower extract, Behentrimonium methyl sulfate, cetyl alcohol, the good fatty alcohol which is happy for your hair, horsetail leaf extract, avocado oil, as well as some amla, raw honey, hydrolyzed wheat protein, and hydrolyzed quinoa and keratin towards the ingredient list in the back there. So you got your more moisturizing, your emollient ingredients up front, and then right towards the back there, you've got the honey and the rest of the more strengthening ingredients at the tail end. So this one, I think, had the least amount of slip out of all 5 of the deep conditioners that I have here. It softened my hair, but I could tell that it wasn't softening it as much as the first 2 for sure. Those are the winners here. I noticed that my hair did feel better than it did before applying the product, which is always a win in my book, but it wasn't significant enough to where I was like really excited to try this all over my hair. So these last 3, we'll see what happens in the future, but the first 2 so far, the honey and hibiscus deep conditioner as well as the marula and quinoa moisture mask, are definite repurchases. I know that Curl Origin has a ton of different products, so that's why I wanted to do this video all in kind of like one fell swoop to kind of see head to head how all of these perform kind of on one wash day, to try to make it so that we could differentiate a little bit between them, what one might be able to do versus the other, at least on my head of hair. So I hope that it was helpful. If it was, please give this video a thumbs up. That really helps my video out in the YouTube algorithm. It helps more people discover my channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so as well. That would be awesome. I'd love to have you. Remember that I upload new videos every Friday, so I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.